Welcome, Taurus, to the Temple of Tarot, Astrology, and Yoga. My name is Ava, and I'm inviting you in for your September 2025 Astro Tarot forecast, which includes a Shamanic Magical Pass from ancient Mexico. I'm a yoga teacher most of my life, a tarot card reader for 35, 40 years, 45, I don't even remember. And I'm a astrology student my whole life, practically. I don't claim to know every aspect of the possibilities within the realm, the art of astrology, but I have deep reverence for its wisdom, as I do for the wisdom of the tarot and yoga. So what I do is I try to combine these sister arts into a forecast for the upcoming month. And again, this is relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Taurus. I'm Pisces. Let's just say Scorpio rising, because it's a little cuspy with Libra. Scorpio rising and moon in Taurus. I'm a water dragon, born in 1952. So now you know me. And what I attempt to do from my sanctuary here in Hawaii is I try to bring you as honest and simple a reading as I can. And I really very much appreciate you viewing and subscribing and liking, if you do, and supporting these readings in whatever way you can, even if it's just by a kind message. I appreciate that very much. Before we begin, let me mention that I did post a video concerning my off-grid system here. A lot of people have been curious as to how it works, and I show you my solar panels so that the sun can be transformed into electricity, and I show you my water catchment where rain can transform into bathing and washing water. And I have Starlink for my internet. Hats off to Elon Musk. He did well in some regards, he does well. So thank you. All right, so this is a very simple astrology forecast. I start with astrology. I follow the transits of Mars and Venus exclusively, making the reading simple and also current to the month, more current than if I were to include the outer planets or other planets. Venus is in Leo and remains in Leo from August until the 19th of September. Mars, at the same time, is in Libra until the 22nd. So Venus in the 4th emphasizes your love of home, family, children, and you lovingly want to create an atmosphere of security and comfort. That is what a Taurian excels at, giving family and home security and love and responsibility. And so that's what you're doing. Now, Mars, as we said, is in Libra. And Libra is your 6th house of work, of your daily routines. You know, you're driving to the laundromat or whatever it is that comprises your daily routine is governed by the 6th house, as is your health and well-being. So your daily activities, your health, your work are infused with more energy. You have more energy for these things, these areas of your life. So that is a wonderful beginning to the month. It carries on from the energy of August, and you continue to pour your love and well wishes towards your family, and maybe beautifying your home, putting roses in around the garden, as I am doing here. I have Moon in Taurus, so I'm driven by the same need to beautify my home and make it comfortable. Believe me, I've tried all kinds of mattresses, you know, and bought chairs and cushions and things to make myself comfortable, because the Moon in Taurus is a very comfort-seeking, security-seeking sign, a beautiful sign that loves beauty, ruled by Venus. All right, so then on the 17th, Venus moves from your 4th house to your 5th house. The 5th house is about creativity, children, romance. So Cupid strikes his arrow deep into your heart. And so if you are a Taurus who's looking for love, this might be the month in which you find it, more towards the end of the month. Now, Mars, on the other hand, moves from Libra to Scorpio, from the 6th to the 7th house. 7th house is about relationships, your most relevant, important relationships. So now we've got Venus in the house of romance and Mars in the house of relationships. If you don't have someone to love, maybe you'll find one this month, September, particularly at the end. Or if you're in love already, this might be your opportunity to solidify and display, show your love in ways that the other would find both exciting and beautiful. So for those of you who are completely alone, sans any relationship whatsoever, this gives you the opportunity to explore your creative sensibilities, to delve deep into a hobby, a recreation, an art that inspires you, makes you feel deeply, regardless of whether you're single or not. This is an opportunity to let your inner butterfly, psyche, that's what the word means in Latin, is psyche, the mind, the soul. Let your soul fly free. That's, most importantly, what this is saying is possible for you. Simply that you have to put your awareness in this direction. So that's it. Thank you. I believe we're ready now for your tarot forecast, which makes the reading more specific and spiritually relevant. So wait for that. Thank you, Taurus. Love you so much. Thank you for your support and for your likes and shares. It really does help a great deal. Thank you. Namaste. Welcome, Taurus, to your tarot forecast for September 2025. So here's where the magic begins. We shuffle the cards in front of the camera so you know that it's happening in the moment. And the moment is where the power is. The moment when focused upon by your consciousness becomes a power resource. We always have the ability to access the power that's all around us. We simply either do it automatically by our thoughts being trapped in a certain direction and modality, but we can direct it ourselves intentionally by examining our thoughts and making sure that they don't stray away from, in ancient lore they called it the golden mean, the center, the balance point, where you really assess your surroundings and realize the potentiality, the energetic potential that's always around you. There's currents passing in the air, invisible, that bring us the internet, TV, our phone. But there are also invisible currents that pass from your mind into reality. And these are what we harness when we read the tarot. So let me put in 2 reversals so that if we actually receive a reversal, we'll know it to be very significant. And then we shuffle just a little bit more to assure some randomness. There we go. You place the cards down, and with your left hand, you move the mic a little, 3 piles. You reassemble into a single pile, and we're ready to begin. This is a simple 4-card spread. The first card represents the overall energy or theme of the month, energetic theme of the month. The second will be your challenge. The third is the unexpected, the surprise element, surprising yourself. And the fourth is the outcome, or sort of could be a philosophical summary of everything. And I try to anchor the reading into the previous astrological reading to give us a stepping off point. Let's begin. Venus in the fourth house of home and family, your father, your fatherland, that which is your empire, small or large, is ruled by this guy, the emperor. And there is no better card in the tarot deck to describe what a Taurus is all about. He rules his empire with stern efficiency, using his rational mind, symbolically conveyed by the granite throne on which he sits. Granite is a very enduring mineral. He endures and leads with stern confidence. You see his throne, where he lays his hand. There's a ram depicted there. Rams symbolically are Aries. And there is some similarity between Taurus and Aries. Their doggedness, their persistence. Although Aries can initiate very well, Aries has a hard time getting to the finish line. Not that he can't, it's just harder for him. You, on the other hand, Taurus, you are so determined, so reliable, that come hell or high water, you're crossing that finish line and rule your empire with loving, protective kindness, giving others the security that they need. That is really, yes, thematically, it's about you reigning with royal confidence. Holy cow. Well, we're in court. I don't mean legal court. I mean a palatial court. Look at her. She is the Queen of Justice. She holds a balance, a scale balance in one hand and a sword in the other. The card is called Justice, seeking fairness, justice, equality. The scales are there because this is in the position of what is challenging you. Your challenge is to weigh the pros and cons of something. Look at an issue from everyone's perspective and come to a fair and, again, logical, like the emperor. Emperor rules through reason. And of course, justice judges with reason. That sword in her hand is the sword of truth. With it, she cuts away the lies, the fake, the inauthentic, and keeps the power of truth as her defense and offense. That is your challenge. To be fair, to be just, to take the other's perspective and to fight with truth for justice. All right, so we're holding court. Let's see what's in the position of the unexpected. Taurus is one of the most generous signs, giving until they can't give anymore. Taurus has a deep heart and cares genuinely for those in need. Here we have the Six of Pentacles, an earth card. You're an earth sign. Unexpected. What? Look, we have an aristocrat with the same scales of justice in his hand that were held by the Queen of Justice. So in her, or his, pardon me, giving of alms money to the poor, the beggar, with his palms out, waiting for the coins to drop into his hand, and the other looking up pleadingly for help. 6, the number itself, 2 3s, is about balance. When asked to give to those in need, it's important to give fairly, to give according to the need, not to be extravagant, nor to be cheap. To give as is required by reason, by justice. Now, if you happen to be the beggar and not the aristocrat, not the man with the alms, then you get your help. You get exactly the help you need. No more, no less. But you are given an opportunity to come out of your need with exactly the resource that you need. Either way, it's good. Very good. And if I recall then, with emphasis in the home, the family, and relationship, yes, it might be specific to their needs, or your needs will be met by them. It could be need of what is in your home, to make your home secure, loving, welcoming, or to make your relationship secure, grounded. And deeply genuine. That might be what's unexpected here. Giving and receiving fairly. Yes, that was upside down. Look at this. See this? Let's look at it right side up. All right. Here we have another Pentacles card about the material world, about things pertaining to everyday life. Now, your Mars in the 6th house puts a lot of energy into everyday routine. And you're experiencing that for most of the month. You're on sort of, see how you're balancing these two pentacles, which can represent money, currency. And money comes in and money goes out. Money comes in and money goes out. And you have to maintain your balance. Somebody is off balance. More money going out than coming in. Usually is the implication of this reversed. So just heads up. Again, when giving, give fairly, according to the need, or you might tip off material balance, or someone has. The implication is someone has tipped off financial balance. So it has to be corrected. That's why the unexpected is the message. When called upon, be fair, give generously, but only according to need. When in a position of need, don't ask for more than what will suffice to correct your financial need. Be fair, and a fair outcome will be had. So the overall energy of the month is the Emperor. Maintaining your authority over your domicile, your family, your empire. So that is your forecast for September 2025. Now, hopefully, the magical pass, the shamanic yoga from ancient Mexico, will follow. But yesterday I had a very hard time posting the pass with the forecast, the Astro Tarot forecast. Somehow YouTube just didn't want to let me do that. So I had to put it out separately. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that I can keep it attached. But if not, wait for it. It will come after I post the Astro Tarot forecast. So thank you for your patience and for your understanding, for your liking and sharing. And if you would like a reading, a private and personal reading with me, which can include a conversation about the reading if you'd like, then I provide a link below, and I appreciate the help. Thank you, and namaste.